Seniors are first in line, so who's next? We're asking the governor's office about the future of his vaccine plan.
Second dose scheduling hit some major roadblocks in our corner of the state.
Plus, perfectly good books tossed in the trash. The school that did this explains why they filled a dumpster instead of donating.
Live, the news you count on. NBC2 News at 6.
4 different ways to book a COVID vaccine opened up today in our area, and all of them filled up within a matter of minutes. Publix, Lee County, Marco Island, and the Collier Department of Health all offered spots. Thousands of people got appointments, but hundreds of thousands were turned away again. If you missed a shot at a Publix appointment today, you will get another chance Friday. Thanks for watching NBC2. I'm Kelly Burns.
And I'm Peter Bush. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, 20.9% of our state's population is over the age of 65. That means there are about 4.4 million seniors in Florida who need vaccines. The Florida Department of Health's daily vaccine report shows just over 1 million Floridians over 65 have so far received at least 1 dose. That means Florida has vaccinated 23.6% of its seniors. Now let's see how Lee County compares. Using the same census data, we found 29.2% of Lee County is over 65. That gives us a senior population of about 225,000. With the same Department of Health data, we found just about 39,000 Lee County seniors have received at least 1 dose of the vaccine. That means Southwest Florida's most populous county has vaccinated just 17.3% of seniors. So Lee County is behind the state average for vaccinating seniors by 6%.
It's clear we still have a long way to go before all of our seniors are vaccinated, but many are wondering who's up next to get a vaccine. NBC2's Ashley Graham went to the governor's office to try to get some answers for us.
Yes, I asked the governor's office twice today who is up next for the shot. And as we know, right now, they are focusing on people over age 65 and our frontline healthcare workers. The answer to the question of who is next in line remains a mystery.
Many people want the COVID-19 vaccine, but disagree on who should get it next.
I think the fastest way they can get it started so they can get down to the rest of us is the best.
The CDC recommends starting with healthcare workers and people in long-term care facilities when doses are limited. Here in Southwest Florida, some say a person's medical history should be a deciding factor once enough seniors have the vaccine.
Well, after all the seniors, anyone with a compromised health system and lower immune system should be able to be next in line because people my age don't need it immediately.
Others say sticking to age and getting older people vaccinated is still the safest route. There's also a push to put certain essential workers like teachers closer to the front of the line.
Yeah, with somebody like that that's around young children every day, it's a no-brainer. Should be done.
Some don't want the state to expand access yet until all the seniors who want the vaccine can get it.
The seniors still can't get it, a lot of them. I've been trying for a month, and I still can't get on.
DeSantis says the focus for now remains on Florida's seniors.
We're going to stick to the program that has proven to be 95% effective. I would tell folks, hang in there because we're not quitting.
The White House announced this week that they will increase the number of doses to different states, including Florida. But who gets them remains unknown. I asked the governor's office if a higher number of doses will speed up the process of making the vaccine more available to people in Florida, and I'm still waiting on that answer. Live in the studio, Ashley Graham, NBC2.
As we mentioned, tens of thousands of senior citizens were turned away today. We sat down with one of them, Rita Harris, beginning at 6 a.m. She was denied an appointment after trying on the public site, the Lee County Department of Health, and the city of Naples. Her last hope was with the city of Marco Island. There were just 200 spots available, but she was greeted with an error message on the city's website, so Rita missed her chance there, too.
I think today's going to be the day. And then it just did not happen. Totally frustrating, and I don't know, but I'm not going to give up. I am not giving up.
Yeah, remember, you have another chance Friday. There was confusion on Marco. A rep from City Hall told us the event was exclusive to residents, but the city manager assured us it's open to anyone in Florida.
While thousands of you are struggling to get your first vaccine appointment, just like Rita, thousands more are having the same issues getting an appointment for their second dose. Some people even told us their confirmed appointment was canceled. NBC2's Jessica Babb is live at Lee County's vaccine site, showing you when you can expect to get that coveted callback to schedule your second shot.
There's been some calling confusion, to say the least. I spoke with a woman who says late last night, her husband, who had a confirmed appointment, got a call from this number saying his appointment for a second dose was canceled. Others who are even waiting in line, trying to even get an appointment for that second dose, still have no idea when that call is coming. But officials say it'll be soon.
We just feel fortunate.
Feeling fortunate.
I'm very lucky to get it.
People today getting that second shot.
So excited. I'm telling you, I went out and bought a lottery ticket.
A feeling Victor and Jackie Meskin had a month ago after getting dealt their first dose.
I was so excited when I got my first shot. And now we've been waiting and waiting and waiting.
But now,
when you call the helpline, the mailbox is full.
I've got such a bad stomach ache, and I still have not gotten a call.
The county says the call center is scheduling those second shots this week.
It's on Tuesday that we're supposed to go, so I would think that I should have gotten the call already.
If you just got vaccinated at the beginning of January, your second appointment will happen next week.
My husband received a call telling him that his appointment for his second dose was canceled.
That call saying he was ineligible.
Needless to say, he freaked out.
The Department of Health says the call center made a mistake.
We were very upset.
And if it happens to you, you still have an appointment.
Well, I'm pretty confident that the situation will be resolved.
Even with all the waiting,
I did go buy a lottery ticket and I did not win.
The Meskins say they're still lucky to be in line.
Just call. Just call.
If you are getting your first dose on Friday, you're going to be scheduling your second appointment before you leave. In Lee County, Jessica Babb, NBC2.
169 new COVID-19 related deaths to report in our state today. That includes 2 people from Lee County and 2 from Collier. Florida added more than 8,400 new cases today. That is the lowest number in more than a week, but it was only because of less testing. Our positivity rate crept back up over 10%. Health experts consider anything above that mark to be a dangerous level of community spread.
The data appears to show Florida's COVID-19 hospitalizations have peaked. This number shows the number of patients in the hospital from the middle of July until today. And you can see that second spike in hospitalizations right here. It never reached the magnitude, though, of what we saw during the summer surge. You can see the downward trend. Actually, in the last 2 weeks, the hospitalized COVID patients dropped by more than 1,000 in just 14 days. That downward trend in hospitalizations is a little tougher to spot, but it is there. Today, there are 164 COVID-19 patients being treated at Lee Health hospitals. That's about half of those hospitalized in the summer surge, and one of the lowest numbers we have seen since December.
Speaking of Lee Health, Southwest Florida's largest healthcare network just added more ICU beds. A new 52-bed intensive care unit opened at Gulf Coast Medical Center off Daniels Parkway. This is part of the transition of moving the trauma unit there from Lee Memorial Hospital.
New tonight, deputies arrested a 4th person for this terrifying road rage attack caught on camera in North Fort Myers. The victim had his head bashed in with motorcycle helmets, fists, even a giant wrench. Kevin Cordero was arrested today for the attack on January 9th. He joins 3 others for their part. They were arrested last week. Deputies are still looking for 2 suspects. You see them here for their role in the road rage attack. If you know who these guys are or where they might be, call Crime Stoppers.
Breaking news just into our newsroom. Fort Myers police say Paul Hansen is the man who was hit and killed by a car Saturday night. This video shows the 75-year-old crossing Fowler Street before he was hit. Last night, they say they found this SUV. This is the one that hit him off Gladiolus Drive. You see that clear front end right damage. Police are still trying to figure out who was driving the SUV when it hit Hansen.
Lee County deputies are still looking for the driver who hit a 14-year-old girl on her way to the bus stop in Lehigh Acres. The SUV side mirror snapped off along Gulfview Boulevard yesterday morning. Troopers believe this is from a Ford Expedition. The girl's okay, but if you know anything about who hit her, call Crime Stoppers.
There was a fire today at the Howard Johnson Inn on Cleveland Avenue in Fort Myers. Witnesses say the fire caused some pretty bad smoke and water damage to a room on the second floor. Firefighters rescued 3 cats. The cause of the fire still under investigation.
6 cows are locked up after causing some problems in LaBelle. Deputies say they were wandering around Case Road, and one of them is just a calf, 6 months old. 2 of the black cows you see here are not branded or tagged, and both have injured right hind legs. If you know who owns the cows, call the sheriff's office. Little Hickory Island Beach Park is now under a health alert because of red tide. Here's a look at the area we're talking about, right off Hickory Boulevard in Bonita Springs. The Lee County Department of Health says people have had trouble breathing in that area. Do not swim around any dead fish in this spot, and definitely don't eat any if you're fishing in the water near Little Hickory Island.
Here's a look at the latest red tide report from FWC. We are seeing some improvement here from last week. This one red dot represents a high concentration of the toxic bacteria. It's right off Sanibel Island, Lighthouse Beach to be more specific. It's the only one. Now, southern Collier County has really cleared up. It appears to be much better, but the Pine Island Sound, still kind of bad. Yellow and orange dots all over the place. Those represent low and medium concentrations.
It was packed to the brim. A whole Waste Pro dumpster was full.
Packed to the brim with books. Why, a school decided to throw out hundreds of perfectly good children's books. Next.
We are tracking fog along the beach, and to give you a little perspective, these are people playing beach volleyball. Really hard to see there. I'll let you know how this is going to move into our region when it goes away and what your rain chances look like overnight coming up.